New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. I'm just bringing this back up because I really feel like people aren't really paying attention to the moves that are being made and the positions that are being played in hip hop at this moment in time. And pretty much as it keeps going, you're going to end up seeing both Tupac and Biggie either liked, if not close to white. So let's get into what Scarface stated back in 2013. I feel like we're losing. I feel like the people that are in control of hip hop are so Caucasian and other that they don't care about what the culture and the craft really is about. Let me say this right because I want this to be as offensive as I can make it for these old punks that's running these record labels that's in powerful positions to dictate what the black community hears and listens to. I hate this ish. I hate it. It pisses me off. There's no way that you can tell me that there's not a conspiracy against blacks in hip hop. You put out records that make us look stupid. You make us look dumb. You brainwash a generation of hip hoppers with this trash and crud. And when these other rappers come out splitting it down the middle, these other rappers sound like, wow, y'all look great. Y'all look stupid. Then they start going over here, and pretty soon hip hop is white now. Also stated, I think that anything goes in hip hop these days. I blame everybody who came before right now, including myself, for the conditions of what it is. I think the people that came before me taught me, and if I couldn't reach nobody else, then I didn't do my job. I should have been a little better about the way I laid my blueprint down. So now I have nobody to blame but myself for the condition of hip hop today. The reason I'm even going over this is because I saw this directly on Twitter. I saw this image where you have a masked man, aka Kanye, Travis Scott in the back. Then you have Drake over to the right. And then in the middle, you see this alabaster character with the slight Eminem haircut from the early 2000s. That is Young Lean. Now, if you happen to think about the name Young, any rapper that came out during the 2000s or different things like that, they had the name Little or Young because those are pretty much the biggest rappers during the time. So you had, Lil Wayne, who had all the littles. You had, like Young Jock and all these, other guys out there that had Young before their name, right? So you have a lot of people basically emulate and copy a lot of that. So that's exactly where he got his stuff from. He didn't make this up himself. he completely got this from rappers that came directly before him, right? And the reason that he's back in the spotlight is because of a song. Let me go back to this list here because before I decided to critique this, I actually listened to about like 5 of the songs. One of the songs is called Ginseng Strip 2002, right? And let me just say, you can't even make out what it is. If this had to do with printing your name on paper, this would be the most illegible thing that I have ever been able to read in a hearing state. Like I had to listen to it about a good 3 to 4 to 5 times in order to make out the things that he was saying, and everything did not even fit in line with other things. I listened to a video that he did and how he basically was stating that he drinks a lot of lean and such and da 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 da, right? So a lot of the times he's rapping, like I said, he's emulating the rappers that came before him, which are black artists. Everything about him is coming directly from those artists. The only thing that's different is the haircut. That came directly from Eminem. That's an Eminem style haircut. Back when Eminem did that haircut, every single white boy who wasn't even like a rapper, they just loved Eminem, they were doing that same haircut. That same exact haircut. Eminem even did a song and he showed a whole bunch of white boys emulating him, right? He was like, there's a bunch of MFs just like me, who look like me, who walk, talk, and act like me, who just might be, right? He sat up there and literally said that whole lyric, and I'm the real Shady, I'm the Slim. Go back and listen to that song. Go back and listen to that song. He literally said that. And yet again, in a sense, this is one of his clones, right? In that aspect of imagery, right? But in everything else, it's taken from black culture. And this is what I sit up there and tell black people about always being so kind and trying to automatically let people in and all of these other things. Like, it's crazy how welcoming black people are. So for all of those individuals who always want to claim that, black people are a hateful type of group, they don't like anybody and all this. No, look at hip hop. We literally let anybody and everybody in. If you can sit up there and rap on a beat, you can say a little bit of something, it sounds a little bit hot, and other people can jump on it just to get hot. Yeah, you want to get let in real quick. Because everybody trying to get a piece of that fire real quick. People trying to stay relevant out here. Like I said, so they're going to let as many people as they can. But like Scarface said, those in power, in a sense, allowed this. Now, Scarface did take responsibility, so I did want to note that, because a lot of individuals out here will be like, oh, but what about the rappers and all this and da 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 da. Well, let's look at the very beginning. Hip hop basically came from the previous music from the late 70s, then later on going into the 80s. And we saw what happened basically in the 80s, right? We had, block parties and a variety of different things, right? We had DJing, we had b-boying, you had people on the mic, right? You had a variety of things, elements, poetry and different things like that, in a sense, make up hip hop. I might have missed a few, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? In the early 80s. And then later on, you had things such as Public Enemy, right? And a lot of other groups. Conscious, right? Conscious rap that was there. And that was towards, I want to say, the middle towards the late 80s, maybe in some aspects of the early 90s. But once gangster rap hit the scene, that's when everything transitioned, right? That's when the record execs, they were like, yo, we got something that we can actually, yet again, use black people for, and we can market directly off of. Let's sit up there and make this super popular. Let's market this in any type of way, that we can. Let's push this down everybody's throats. Let's get everybody talking about it. Let's get the right, let's get the left, let's get the middle. Let's get moms, let's get dads, let's get communities talking about this, and we're going to generate a lot of money. They literally played chess while everybody else was playing checkers. And everybody fell for it. And the main ones that especially fell for it was not the black community, but it's the white community. Because the main thing, this is what I'm going to sit up there and tell you, the key secret right here. The white community doesn't even realize that those who are above them, that are also Caucasian as well, are willing to sit up there and use them as pawns in chess. They're willing to sacrifice them, the lower levels, in order to get what it is that they want, which is greed, which is money, right? Which is power. And they're willing to sacrifice as many of you as they can in order to hold that power that they stole for as long as possible. And that's case in point what they're doing right now with rap. Because the end result is, just like the crack epidemic, when white people didn't care what was happening to black people. It's like, oh well, that was them. They were using this, that, and the third. Da 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 da. What happened in the 2000s with the opioid crisis? Oh my God, we got to do something. We got to pass legislation. We got to pass bills. We got to open up help centers. We got to open up these buildings where our own people can go and just legally use. Where the police and the doctors can sit up there and watch them and make sure that they don't OD and make sure that they're okay, because this is a crisis and it's affecting our communities. It's taking out our mothers, our fathers, our aunts, our uncles, our grandfathers. It's taking out everybody, our sons, our dogs, our cats, our little lizards named Billy. It's taking out everybody. So people must care now. We must care because it's affecting everybody, right? So when rap was just solely affecting the black community, Did white people care? No. They were like, oh well, you got those gangbangers and those prisoners and all of this. They're sitting up there. They're taking out and they're killing their own. It's let them take themselves out. Let God sort them out, right? So now what's going to end up happening is that now you have Young Lean out here. And you have many other white rappers out here that are talking about like Little Xan and all these other rappers naming themselves after prescription medications, talking about taking over the counter medications and putting them in drinks so that they can sit up there and feel at ease, in their sadness, in their depression, so they can sit up there and stay on a low vibrational scale. Right? What's going to end up happening is that just like with Eminem, your kids are going to sit up there and start emulating those rappers. And it's going to start destroying your communities in about a good 15 to 20 years. And then you're going to start talking about how rap is an epidemic, how we need to do something about this, how it's a crisis, how we need to start changing these lyrics, how we need to start putting more positivity in the rap music. Because why? It's affecting everybody now. So when it's basically affecting black people, it's solely affecting black people. But when it's affecting the white majority, now it's affecting everybody, because white people are representative of everybody, which is false. But like I said before, it is what it is. So y'all got to sit up there and now deal with the mess that you have created from the very beginning, because this is what y'all wanted. Because all of this started with Vanilla Ice, and then before him it started with another rapper as well. But like I said before, it is what it is. It's been a long time coming. A reckoning is going to be coming, and it's going to be solely on the white community to pick up those pieces, to pick up that mess, and to fix what it is that you allowed your people in the upper echelon to be able to concoct in order to negatively affect the black community, in order to inevitably start affecting you. Like I said, it is what it is. At the end of the day, y'all got to deal with it. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.